You like Trump? Good girl. You like Biden? Alright, good evening. This is my drill press. This is my, this is a Scotch-Brite pad. It's actually a red one, but it's pretty much wore out, but that's what you want. You don't want it very abrasive. I know it's a red one and it's supposed to be more abrasive than the other ones, but I always take one and I got a sheet of copper and I'll take and take a brand new one and hit it on that copper and get it impregnated with copper. That's all you're looking to do is put little swirls. You don't really want to take off any copper. So that copper on that is actually from the copper board that I hit it down to, you know, it's like sandpaper. After you use it for a while, you know it's no more good because the grits don't went away. But this is a board that I got from Fat Boy. It ain't got no clear coat or nothing on it. That's the way it comes if you order it without clear coat. This is with clear coat, and they do a good job at it. If you want to just build like that, that's the quick way of doing it. But I'm going to swirl this board. A lot of people ask me how I do this. And I'll start on the corner and I go over to where this is at. You'll see here in a minute. You see how that is now? I try to keep it straight. You can draw some lines down it and try to keep it straight like that. But this, I'm going to redo this drill press and make it where I can do a bigger board in it. But you can kind of line up the center with the center of these. You get to the edge, you gotta watch, it'll want to spin off, but there it is so far. Let me look back here, see if you can see it. But there it is so far. And then I go back into the next one and I get a full, so it's a half moon on this one. I get a full moon on this one and it kind of breaks them apart. You'll see here in a minute. They ain't got to be perfect. They'll blend in. See how that one goes together. And then I have to flip it because of this. I'm going to cut this here. I'm going to cut this here and put a flat piece of metal on it. Goes back and then put a little piece of metal in there. Spread it apart probably about that wide and then put another piece of metal back. So I can get bigger boards in there. and then you start over. You just done a half of one on that one, so you're gonna start over with a whole one, and you gotta look, because you want to go halfway of the last circle. See? I have to flip it around. So I've done a half of one there. Don't hit that one hard, because it will go through the edge of the board there if you just touch it. That's all I'm doing, is lightly touching it anyways. This thing's so clogged up that it don't really take off any material. It just scratches the material that's there, if that makes any sense to you. It don't take a lot to scratch a piece of copper. I've tried different things, and I've tried different grits of this, but I like the red one. See? Then you go with a whole one again. After you do as many of these as I've done, you kind of get a feel for the tool. Now I go a whole one again. Then a half of one. Then you go half all the way out. You can actually, if you hear, the camera don't pick it up, but you can actually see some parts of the board where it didn't even touch. Didn't go through the, like this part of it, but the camera picks it up and it looks all shiny and shit, but it actually, like I said, it ain't taking away much material. And I want a half of one on this one, so I'm going to start with a whole one here. This ain't nothing but a cheap Harbor Freight drill press. I found a nice one on Craigslist. I keep looking for them every week or so. It was a nice one and it was adjustable and it would come out uh, further. It had two rods on it and it would come out, but the table didn't come out. I kind of, because this would come out over here, but you didn't have a table. But I still tried to buy it, and the guy sold it before I could get to it. You very rarely see one. I've been looking. I guess it would be called a deep jaw uh, drill press. And there's a board. Now you just gotta clean it off really good and put clear coat over top of it. And if you put this rag down, it don't, see how that aluminum, it's actually from this when I started it off. I kind of hit it down now to clean some of that off. So I wouldn't get anything on the board. But yeah, I've been using I need another can. I need 4 or 5 cans if it wasn't so much. I was using this from Dollar General, and this does a pretty good job. It's actually pretty good clear coat, but it's not. I've been experimenting with a bunch of them. This one does pretty good, but it's not quite as clear as you want it. It's got it actually puts like a little haze over top of it and don't look quite as clear. And I've tried other brands of clear coat, Krylon and shit, everything you can think of besides that big automotive stuff. But this Rust-Oleum, the 2 times, if you get the regular one, it's not as good as this one. This one that also bonds the plastic, this one does really good. I don't have it come off. Now, I know Fat Boys, whatever they put on theirs is way better than anything that I can get. That's pretty much automotive grade. But you can still solder through that. That's a clear coat. You can actually paint it. And you can paint them red, black, green, yellow, any color you want, pink, Democrat pink. You can probably paint it that. Or you can paint it a good, solid Republican red. That's what I would prefer instead of the Democrat pink. But the clear, you know, if it's clear, it can't be racist. So I use this part. It's clear, don't have a color or pigment. So, and it don't take much of this. And the way I do this, and the boards work out so good, I gotta clean it. I'll take this board, clean it, of course, really good. Take it down in the sink, wash it off with soap and water, and make sure you get all the soap off of it, because that will mess with it. Get all that off of it, clean it really good 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times. Clean it on the back side of the board too. And don't put your damn fingers on it. I bring it downstairs like this, where I ain't got my finger on the board, and I take my hair dryer and I go over it. It'll start getting hot. And once it's hot, I lay it down on top of a cardboard box most of the time and spray it. And I'll spray it at a 45 and then come back this way, and he usually covers it really good, and I don't have any problem with it. But this, I've had it, I was using this and it did work really good, but it just had a little bit of a tint to it, where this don't. This has been the best so far, and like I said, I've used a bunch of them. Some of them, they'll turn brown after a while, the clear will, like Krylon, and it just didn't work out. This worked better. Whatever Fat Boy's using, I'm pretty sure it's automotive. I think he's actually told me that he got an automotive shop or something other to spray these things, but these work really good, and it keeps them from turning green over the time. There's nothing wrong with this. I just do my boards like this because it's just my thing, and that's just a little touch I add to it, and I like it. I think it makes them look good. I don't know. Everybody's got to have their thing sets them apart from the next fella, and that's just one of mine. I was working at a company that actually did this, but I also going up in Statesville and Screwdriver was doing some cabinets in aluminum like that, and that's what made me do that. But I did work for a company that did aluminum beds for trucks, 1-ton dump beds, two and a half ton dump beds, tractor trailer truck and semi truck ones. Yeah, they do everything. They made steel ones too, but they didn't swirl them. That was just their thing. All their aluminum was swirled, and that was a lot of damn work. But they had a machine that would do a block at one time. They had a bunch of these spinning. It was weird. I don't know how that came about. But there you go. Alright then, y'all have a good day. Later.